Wewe ah Strrrr. Straight out of Africa. I am Y311H, and you, my friend, are a fearfully, preciously made child of God. Welcome on today's episode. Good Vibe Soul. Our mission on this show is to spread love and peace to the whole world. Honesty, forgiveness, my friends. Make sure that everyone is able to constantly ask for repentance from the Creator. And my friend, those are just some of the important virtues in this life. There are others which I'm sure you know about, which is what we are always talking about here. Good vibes among all artists, which, my friend, we do as we react to videos. The type of videos, my friend, that I can say some are mind blowing, mysterious, funny, educative, you name them. All types of videos. Trying to get a glimpse of how different artists like ourselves live, believe, and their perspectives in life. Normally, I'm not always alone. I have some friends of mine here. The bunnies, good vibes. If you have a pet, you can tell us down below their name, which animal they are, you see, and how adorable they just are. Now, my friend, as we react to the videos, we are always full of strength because in the beginning of every show, my friend, we feed our souls with some words of wisdom from the guide of life. This one is the guide of life, aka in English lands they call it the Bible, you see, but it's the constitution of human beings. This is what it says. Jesus was talking, and it's a short story from John 10:17. The reason my Father loves me is that I lay down my life only to take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down of my own accord. I have authority to lay it down and authority to take it up again. This command I received from my Father. Interesting. Those words, my friend, surprised some people. You can read from this book if you have, or a different version. Tell us what it says and what you'll understand from the words. And as you do so, my friend, let's talk with our Creator and ask for their guidance in this show. Thank you, wonderful Creator. Thank you, dear Lord, for your love and kindness. Thank you for always being there for us, Father. And thank you, dear Lord, for your goodness. Father, is this precious, wonderful soul that you've directed to this video today. Thank you for that gesture, Father. Dear Lord, may you bless them abundantly through this show, Father. May they receive, dear Lord, a life transforming experience, Father. May they be forgiven all their sins, Father. Uplift their souls, dear Lord, and from wherever they are, give them peace and joy, Father. As we react to the videos together with them, be with us till the end. In your holy name, Jesus Christ, we do pray, trusting and believing. Amen. Let's dive in, child of God. Good vibes all the way.
When you get a phone call that your 76-year-old great grandmother is pregnant, you know the story is going to be good. And that is exactly what happened to this 76-year-old. Now, we are now getting updates, but it is not from her. She does not have a TikTok page. Her great granddaughter does. How did she find out she was pregnant? Because she's not just like 4 or 5 weeks pregnant. She made a video with her grandkids playing outside in the snow because it just snowed where they were at, and she wasn't feeling really good. And she felt so bad that she went to the emergency room. She called her granddaughter, who is the one who filmed this, and was in the room whenever the nurse came in and said, "We just got your labs back from your urine, and you are pregnant." And she's like, "No, I'm not." And she's like, "Did you really not know you're pregnant? Because it says you're 3 months pregnant." Now, kudos to this nurse because she kept a straight face, even though this woman was like literally like she wasn't having it. The great grandmother. She was looking away. She was like, "That cannot be." But you can't blame her. She's 76 years old. She has great grandchildren. But she is due July 2025. There will be a gender reveal. They have not shared who the daddy is. She does walk with a cane. However, everyone was at her house by the time she got home. News got out. The gender reveal is going to be in March on her 77th birthday. If you want to follow along in this hilarious, very shocking saga, I will tag the great-granddaughter who has shared all of this with us so that we can share in the joy and shock and celebration of her having this pregnancy. They have said they don't know who's going to raise the baby. She hasn't said if she's going to raise the baby. We don't know. If you were wondering who is the oldest woman to carry a pregnancy full term, it was a woman in 2019. She was 74 years old. She had twin girls, delivered both of the girls. Her and her daughters were healthy. This is a 76-year-old who will be 77 by the time she delivers this baby. So we will be following along and seeing if she is about to set the new world record, being 77 and delivering a child.
Men just do what women want. Because they care about women and they want women to be happy and they want them to love them, right? And so you can go back to, say, the Victorian era, and men used to treat women with an extreme amount of deference because the generations living then remembered a time when the world was a lot more difficult than people now remember it being. And so the physical inequality between men and women was emphasized because the world was a much more difficult place. And so men took a paternalistic and patriarchal view on how women should be treated, and women wanted men to take that. They wanted to be safe, they wanted to be provided for, they wanted to make sure their children were safe, and men did what they could. Now men have won. They've, the fact we've got aeroplanes flying overhead and the fact that we're not about to be invaded is the victory of Western man. And then for some reason women decided, okay, well I'm not afraid anymore. I want what you have. You don't do the things that we do, so you can't have what we have. But men just want women to be happy. They want them to love them. They want their approval. And so if gaining women's approval means pretending women are equal to men or, saying this, that, or the other, whatever it is, they'll do it. And it's completely taken men off of the throne that they sat on. And this throne was never imposed by authority, actually. It was imposed by consent.
Here are 10 things people say completely wrong or even backwards in English. Let's go. Number 1, I could care less. Oh, really? So you do care? The correct phrase is, I couldn't care less. You have 0 cares left. None, nada, zip, zilch. Get it right. Number 2, close the lights. Close them, like with a zipper? You turn off the lights, unless your lights come with a door, in which case I have some serious questions. Number 3, where are you at? Just drop the at. It's like an unnecessary word. It's just, It's where are you? The at is unnecessary, like pineapple on pizza. Number 4, I need to return it back. Return already means to give it back. So unless you're double returning it, just say, I need to return it. Save a word, save a life. Number 5, irregardless. This really isn't a word, it's a crime. The word irregardless says horrible. Regardless is the word. Irregardless of what you think. Stop saying this. See what I did there? Number 6, literally dying. No, you're not. If you were, this TikTok or YouTube video or whatever this is on would be evidence. You mean figuratively, unless you're actually calling 911 right now. Number 7, the ATM machine. ATM stands for automated teller machine. So you're saying automated teller machine machine. What's next? PIN number? Stop it. Number 8, I'm doing good. Unless you're a superhero saving kittens, you're doing well. Grammar matters, even when you are pretending to be Clark Kent. Number 9, it's a whole nother thing. Oh, you split a word in half and shoved an apostrophe in there? Impressive. But it's just another thing. Calm down, Shakespeare. Number 10, me and my friend went. Your mom told you this one. It's my friend and I. Put yourself second, or English teachers everywhere will haunt you. And there you have it. 10 things people say backwards, awkwards, and upside down in English. Fix these, and maybe, just maybe, the grammar gods will forgive you. Follow for more lessons, or don't. I will survive, literally.
See, this is our problem. That's the problem with us. That's exactly what married people do. And we call this a family because the kids are in the middle. Come here, kids. Stand over there for me, please. Before they existed, you were one. And God never meant for your children to come between your union. That's where you're messing up. That's why when the kids grow up and they leave and they go to college, you are two strangers.
This is what we do for a living, and I promise you, one of the biggest issues in marriages is when couples take their kids and they make them the center of their universe, and because of that, their marriage and the center of everything is actually hollow. And then guess what? That center of universe eventually gets ripped out, and now they have no more purpose. They have no more connection. Just as professional athletes or fighters, when their career goes away, they're lost. Just for so many couples, when their kids go away, they're lost. But guess what's lost the whole time? The connection, the intimacy, and all that different stuff. Nobody's saying don't love your kids or raise them properly. Just do not make them your everything. By doing that, you'll give them everything.
Every couple of months, an image like this goes viral where somebody asks, visualize an apple in your head and tell me which of these is closest to what you see. You'll have people who insist that they can see a fully three-dimensional apple in perfect detail, and some can even rotate it in their mind. And then there's always a reply from somebody who says they can't visualize anything in their mind and did not know that that was an ability that other people had. This is a known phenomenon to science, but in terms of what percentage of people can do each one, we kind of don't know. It's highly subjective, and the only way to find out is to just ask people. Likewise, there are some people out there watching this right now who probably don't know that most people can voluntarily make a rumbling or roaring sound in their ear. Not everyone can do it. There's a muscle in your ear called the tensor tympani, and some people can voluntarily contract it and some can't. Also, most people can, on command, make their eyes go blurry. Others can't. Some people lose it as they get older. Again, it's because for some reason some people can voluntarily contract the ocular muscles and others cannot.
There's a very specific way that poor people name their children. This is so prevalent that different regions have their own ways to identify low-class names. Some things are universally low-class, like spelling a name so wrong that nobody can pronounce it, even though it's something simple like Ashley. Naming the child after luxury goods, brand names, cars. Combining 3 different names into one really long name that, again, nobody can pronounce because it's made up. Part of why this occurs is lower income populations tend to have children much earlier. Literally, the frontal lobe is not developed yet. They might be in survival mode where they don't really think forward, or they might not even have the experiences to understand that there are a lot of implications. Now, Sunshine Guppy is a 30-year-old woman trying to get people to take her seriously, and they don't. But what about celebrities? Because they definitely come up with some crazy stuff. Celebrity baby names are used for branding. When you say Blanket or Apple or North, you know exactly who their parents are. But also, celebrities just exist in an environment of their own. And so they have their own social expectations and values in which those names serve them differently than poor people, which is even different from the upper class. Poor people, you cannot get mad at me for calling you poor today. I mean, this is a Freakonomics episode on the topic. This is a well-discussed, very well-studied phenomenon, and also, you know it's true.
There's some interesting evidence from the Olympics. If you show people photographs of Olympic medalists on the medal stand without showing them the medals they received themselves, what you'll find is that gold medalists look really happy. Not surprising. However, you know who else looks really happy? Bronze medalists. Bronze medalists are usually beaming. Silver medalists, they often don't look so happy, even though they finished second in the world. And it's all about counterfactual thinking. The bronze medalist is doing what's called a downward counterfactual, imagining how things could have been worse. And so she says, well, at least I didn't finish in 4th place like that schmo over there who's going home without any medal at all. The silver medalist does what's called an upward counterfactual. She imagines how things could have been better. If only I had pedaled a little bit harder, if only I had taken that turn a little bit faster, I would be a gold medalist. Here's the thing. Regret is an upward counterfactual. It begins with if only. If only blah, 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 blah. At least make us feel better, but they don't make us do better. If onlys make us do better, make us feel worse, and they help us do better. They make us do better by making us feel worse. We're much more likely to do counterfactual thinking that makes us feel worse than feel better. Why? Because we are programmed for survival, and regret is part of our cognitive machinery. By imagining how things could have been better and dealing with a little bit of that pain, we improve in the future. That's how we learn. It's how we grow.
Dolphins can only hold their breath underwater for up to 10 minutes, where sloths can hold their breath underwater for up to 40.
Time out. But dolphins live underwater.
Yeah, but they have to come up. Do you know what I mean?
So when we see them...
Yeah, it's them getting some air.
And they're doing it 24/7?
Of course.
So they can't ever go to bed?
They sleep. You can go on autopilot and still go up and down.
No. Dolphins are not sleeping and doing it.
Swear.
I don't believe you.
Swear.
Are you kidding?
But that wasn't the whole point of the story. The point of the story is, did you know sloths could hold their breath for 40 minutes?
I don't give a shit about the sloths. I care about the fact that dolphins can't get a fucking minute to themselves here to just go to bed and not
Of course
have
they
to come up for
can.
air.
Of course they can. Do you know horses sleep standing up? They're not like...
I didn't even think about that. I've never thought about a horse sleeping.
Well, do you know why? Do you know why?
That sounds so uncomfortable.
They can lay down for a little bit, but they have to stand up because the inside of a horse's stomach, all of what they have is just floating. So if they lay down for too long...
They're kind of us too, right? Have you ever worn a corset?
Yeah, you're right, but it's different.
Dolphins alternate between resting one half of their brain while the other half remains active. This allows them to take short naps while still being aware of their surroundings and able to breathe. One eye may be closed while the other remains open.
It's kind of like how you sleep.
That is how I sleep. I'm always like this.
You have an eye out for Selena.
Okay, this is unacceptable.
What? This is unimaginable. What websites did you know that? That makes me start to think that these dolphins could be humans in incognito mode. Or what do you think? Please leave your comments down below. Then there's some video that has passed there with some people that can't visualize an apple in their head. What? Good web source. Could there be one of us watching there that can't picturize an apple in their head? Myself, I think I can picturize the whole process from the seed being put in the soil to the plant growing the whole tree. My friend, you picturize an apple in your head?
I can even visualize it eating.
Ah, yes, you can even visualize it swallowing it. Man, that thing tastes good. Good vibe sauce. You mean there are people that can't think that way? What? You see, we are all. Oh, my friend tells me when it's raining, he sees rings of instead of seeing things clearly, or blurry. He sees rings, like rings of. It's clearly. Hey, that is. Hey, it tells me that when he looks at things and it's raining, he sees like there's some circular light rings coming out of that thing. My friend, I think you should see the doctor. Myself, I see clearly. When it's raining, the only issue I can have is if water enters in the eyes. But seeing is extremely normal. What about you, my friend? Yeah? When I'm facing the light and it's raining, I see the light normally. Only that I can see drops of rain through the light. Nothing more. You see rings when you look at the light.
Yeah, even you, when it's raining, when I look at you, I see you surrounded by rings.
Aye!
Yeah.
Ha! This is strange. He tells me that when it's raining, he sees me surrounded by rings. What? Which brain disorder could that be, good web source? Tell us down below, you see? Or maybe it's a superpower. After all, my friend is called L. And the things you've seen in different episodes. What? Crazy stuff. Let's continue watching good web source.
Okay, this is unacceptable. Hold on a second. Tell me what you just told me.
Our school spent $80,000 on yonder pouches, and literally last year...
What's a yonder pouch?
A yonder pouch, it traps your phone in it so you can't take it out. It's like a magnet.
Okay, so they spent $80,000 on those, and then tell me what you just told me about the cafeteria.
So basically, I don't even know how they could afford that because last year we ran out of food. Like, literally for a week straight, we had baked potatoes at the end of the school year with cheese, and that was it. That was their lunch. And now this year, the only thing that they've been giving us is mozzarella sticks, and that's it. Like, you can't get anything else. Like, we're running out of food.
Is there snacks or?
No.
No snacks at all?
No. That's it. Like apples, that's it.
High value people crave connection. Low value people crave validation. High value people crave respect. Low value people crave attention.
Did you tell, as was reported, President Trump, that Putin is only doing this and agreeing to talks because he's afraid of Trump? Did you tell him that?
Yes. I told Trump that Putin afraid of him. Yes, and he heard me. And now Putin knows.
So let me tell you a story. 20 years ago, we all watched television with adverts and we all changed the channel like this, and it was all analog and slow. And then we got the facility to fast forward ads and we were like, oh, brilliant. What a world this is. And we can record stuff as well. Wow. And then boom, streaming comes in. We can watch whatever we want, whenever we want it, on demand, no ads. Wow, that's fantastic. And it was pretty much just Netflix at that point. And then suddenly, oh no, now we've got Prime, now I've got Apple TV, now I've got Disney Plus. So I'm going to subscribe to each one of these things because they're all offering brilliant things and they're all without ads. Then they all started introducing ads. So now we have TV, but fucking worse, because I can't fast forward the ads. In order to change the channel, I have to go back to a fucking menu on a smart TV and click on a new thing. And the worst part of it is, we're paying for it! How many subscriptions have we got?
Too many.
Two, like 6 at least.
Do you know what's actually the worst?
What's the worst?
Is that we fall asleep trying every night and we put a film on to try and fall asleep to. And now, as we're about to doze off, we get abruptly woken up.
Colgate toothpaste!
Hi champions, let me explain you why in Africa, in India, in those countries where 12 months is sun, why people don't deal with the time exactly like we in the north. I mean those who in winter time have something like this, when trees don't have leaves, when everything is dead. This is thousands years back. Nordians know we have only 1 month to prepare the garden, to prepare soil, plant and wait and take good care of the plants. If we don't do that, this winter family is going to die. Dealing with the time for Nordian, this is not just to be gentleman. For the Nordian, it means life or death question. And this used to be historically always, is also the same like giving word. If the man say, the man do. The more we are going to Equator, people are more relaxed. People are not in hurry to finish everything today, right now. Because to plant something, like I'm almost 20 years in Ghana, to plant something, if we are talking about local plants, every day is good. There is no season where you cannot plant, I don't know, banana. Banana will survive. If you take banana babies, you remove them somewhere and then you decide, okay, let me plant them. Then you can drop them in the corner and think another 1 week where you're going to plant them. They will never die. They are not sensitive. If you are talking about every tree in Latvia, we are talking about very sensitive plants. So, in one word saying, the more we are from the equator, the more people deal with the time. Because time, it is life or death question. And the more we are closer to the equator, the people are more relaxed. Because they know tomorrow is another day. No problem. We can relax today and we can do work tomorrow. So comment, what do you think? What is your version? Why in the warm countries people are relaxed and in cold countries people are very precise, I can say?
Everyone knows people look smarter with glasses, but are they actually smarter? Welcome to the Sciences of Beauty, episode 8. Surprisingly, multiple studies have found that people who have higher IQs are more likely to wear glasses. So it's not just a stereotype. Our first thought was that this may be because more intelligent people spend more time reading, which can induce myopia, nearsightedness over time. However, Saw et al. Found that this association even exists in children. Even after controlling for age, gender, school, their parents' vision, and the amount of books that they read, we still see the same effect. One possible explanation for this association comes from Davies et al., who found an overlap between the genes that predict intelligence and those that predict poor eyesight. So, on this fact check, it seems to be true. People with glasses are surprisingly smarter on average. And if you want to analyze your face, click the link in bio at Koos.com.
Well, without further ado, here are my top 5 ways to sound cooler when you get calls from your friends and family. Number 1, this better be good. This better be good. It makes it sound like you're in the middle of something very important. Number 2 is insert your name's office. Kevin Saxby's office. Hold, please. Number 3, this one's my favorite. Talk to me. Talk to me. It gives a sense of urgency while still establishing you as the commander of the conversation. Number 4, and last but not least, what? What? That's pretty much all there is to it, you guys. Start using those with your friends and family and... Sorry, one sec. Yellow!
How come no one talks about how insane it is that a lot of wives will look at their husband and say something like, "I'm your wife, I'm not your maid"? And could you imagine if a husband said to a wife, "Am I your bodyguard or am I your husband? Am I your Uber or am I your husband? Am I your wallet or am I your husband? Am I your delivery guy or am I your husband? Am I your handyman or am I your husband? Am I your tech support or am I your husband?" I could keep going with like 10 more, but you get the point. Dudes will spend their entire adult working life providing for a woman and children, give up on hopes and dreams, hobbies, friendships, you name it, only to get that in return. Am I your maid or am I your wife? Why does no one talk about this? Why does no one acknowledge this? And mind you, this is coming from somebody who clowns on men often. Go look at my other videos, okay? They're usually the opposite. But this right here, it's never made sense to me and it never will.
You've been doing your laundry wrong your entire life, specifically using these little baskets. Prepare to be blown away. You are going to share this video because have you ever honestly wondered, no you haven't, but the shape of these little laundry baskets, why pretty much a majority of them are in this little shape, or at least this little rectangular oval-esque shape? Now, you know how in your dryer you have those 3 little stoppers, right? I'll show you if you don't know what I'm talking about. These thingies right here. Those, this entire time, were meant for these to slide right in. So essentially what you do, it's super simple. You're literally going to hate yourself for it. You're going to take the basket, you're going to slide it upside down, so this way, at the top, okay? So you have to make sure that you have 2 out of those 3 shelves. You're going to slide it at the top and then simply turn the dryer. And all of a sudden, your clean clothes go straight into the basket. You no longer have to go in there and just try to scoop everything out little by little. Oh, damn it, I missed the tanga, I missed the sock. Oh my God, whose chonies are these? These aren't mine. Is my man cheating on me? Hey, look, I found 20 bucks. The entire time, those 3 little dividers make for impromptu shelves to slide these things upside down, and all you had to do to save you minutes of your time, just slide it in, turn the drum, and just watch the clean clothes go straight into the basket, and then you just simply pull out the basket, and that's it. This entire time, you've been using your dryer and doing your laundry wrong. But now you know.